following Controller of Budget Margaret Nyakango recent revelation that the government spent more than 104 billion on Social Health Authority (SHA) system despite not owning it. President RUTO has dismissed these claims. The president has come out fire blasting the Controller of Budget Margaret Nyakango. Speaking on Tuesday during the burial ceremony of Malava MP Malulu Ejenti, RUTO refuted the allegation, calling them as falsehood propagated by the media and social media users.
Hii makelele mnasikia kwa hii mitandao na nini ni watu ambao walikuwa wanaibia sisi siku ya NHIF. These are brokers.
Iwan family stated that the government had not spent a single cent on the system and assured that no such expenditure would be made in the future.
Hata niliona juzi wakisema ati serikali itatumia bilioni 100 ati kwa system. Kwani wanaona sisi ni watu wazimu? Hakuna senti ya serikali itatumiwa kulipa system yeyote. Because we want to sort out the problem of fraud of the past. Pesa nyingi ambayo ilikuwa inakusanywa na NHIF iliibiwa na matapeli na wakora ambao walikuwa wanajifanya wako na mahospitali. Fake claims, fraudulent claims consumed almost 40% of the money that was being raised by NHIF.
According to the head of state, those opposing to the SHA system, which have been facing backlash over the cheating challenges that it has been having, are brokers who benefited from the defacted National Hospital Insurance Fund, NHIF. The president further went and said he feels that 40% of the claims made to the defacted NHIF were fraudulent, claiming these owners resorted to milking the government.
Pesa nyingi ambayo ilikuwa inakusanywa na NHIF iliibiwa na matapeli na wakora ambao walikuwa wanajifanya wako na mahospitali. Fake claims, fraudulent claims consumed almost 40% of the money that was being raised by NHIF.
That is how the president said during the burial ceremony of Malava MP Ejenti Malulu. Meanwhile, the president asserted that the government ought to proceed with its decision to have the consortium of technology companies handle all the claims made to SHA, including Safaricom, Telcom, and Airtel. According to him, the decision will enable the government to protect citizen contribution made to SHA. As this happens, even as the Kenya Medical Practitioner and Dentist Union KMPDU and the Union of Kenya Civil Servants USCK call for a complete overhaul of the SHA management, failure to which they would commence an industrious action, calling for a looming strike. Currently, some of UHC workers are currently unpaid and they are on strike. So here is the tape of what President Ruto said in Malava.
Na hiyo haiwezi kufanyika mimi nikiwa rais tena. It will not happen. Na ndio sababu nimefanya consortium kubwa. Tukasema we are going to have a consortium of technology companies that is going to make sure that there are no fraudulent claims in SHA. Bili ya hospitali ya huyu shujaa amelala hapa inaongezeka. Ndio tuhakikishe ya kwamba mambo ya kilimo ya sukari tunainua hii Western, kwa sababu ndio itatusaidia kuhakikisha ya kwamba uchumi wa sehemu hii na mapato ya watu wa sehemu hii inaongezeka. So I am very clear where we are going. Mwisho kabisa, mumesikia hapa mama akisema bili ya hospitali ya huyu shujaa amelala hapa ilifika milioni 9 plus. Kama tungekuwa tunakuja hapa kufanya harambee ya kuchangia Malulu kwenda kulipa bili hospitali, si tungehangaika ajabu? Lakini amelipiwa na bima ya afya. Na ndio mimi nataka niwaulize watu wa Kakamega, vile nawauliza Wakenya wengine. Hapa Kakamega watu wamejisajili ni 1580 kati ya watu 1,800,000 out of 1.8 million people in Kakamega County. Only 580 have registered. Bado kuna watu 1,000,000 na karibu 300,000 ambao hawajajisajili. Na hawa ambao hawajajisajili ndio wanaongea. Wanaongea. Sasa wewe mtu ya Kakamega, please, na kuomba. Tunaelewana jameni? Mimi nataka kwanza Kakamega ipate kila mtu ajisajili. Kwa sababu mpango yetu ni kwamba vile Malulu amelipiwa bili ya hospitali ya milioni 9 na bima ya afya, pia na wewe mwananchi wa kawaida, pia na wewe tunataka ukiwa mgonjwa siku moja, pia bima ya afya ya serikali ikulipie vile tumelipia Malulu Injendi. That is where we must go. Hii makelele mnasikia kwa hii mitandao na nini ni watu ambao walikuwa wanaibia sisi siku ya NHIF. These are brokers. Iko sijui iko shida. Hata niliona juzi wakisema ati serikali itatumia bilioni 100 ati kwa system. Kwani wanaona sisi ni watu wazimu? Hakuna senti ya serikali itatumiwa kulipa system yeyote. Because we want to sort out the problem of fraud of the past. Pesa nyingi ambayo ilikuwa inakusanywa na NHIF iliibiwa na matapeli na wakora ambao walikuwa wanajifanya wako na mahospitali. Fake claims, fraudulent claims consumed almost 40% of the money that was being raised by NHIF. Na hiyo haiwezi kufanyika mimi nikiwa rais tena. It will not happen. Na ndio sababu nimefanya consortium kubwa. Tukasema we are going to have a consortium of technology companies that is going to make sure that there are no fraudulent claims in SHA.
Makueni Senator Dan Mahanzo has made a sterling claim that he was offered 4 million shillings to bribe to vote in favor of the impeachment of former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua. According to Manzo, the bribe was allegedly offered by a state agent who sought to influence the Senate to vote against the embattled Gachagua.
So nobody has approached you to take a bribe?
At least in the Gachagua matter, there was such approach and it didn't work.
How much
and
was
it had conditions.
How much was it?
It had conditions. It was an offer of 4 million shillings. If you vote yes, and if you take it and vote no, then you will not get to your home the same day. It was with the threats.
Really?
But the position was clear.
Who was
there are
paying
agents.
this money?
There were agents from the state. Agents from the state.
Who are those?
You know, people who come to the house to convince people we want to vote. In fact, they said for Gachagua removal, they wanted 100% vote of Senate. Because for some time, they were not sure of the numbers.
Yeah. Those agents are also members of parliament?
Some of them are members of parliament, others come from the, they come from the hill.
Have you reported this matter to anyone?
Sorry?
Have you reported this matter to anyone?
What happened is this, even I'm talking about it now, what happens, so long as you see, if you take the money, you must vote yes.
Manso further suggested that the lawmakers who signal opposition to the impeachment face constant intimidation. He accused certain individuals, including members of parliament and officials from the State House, of attempting to coerce senators into ensuring that a unanimous vote against Gachagua took place. The senator's remarks highlighted growing concerns over the integrity of Kenya's legislative process, which claims that bribery has become a tool of controlling parliament decisions. He warned that unchecked corruption within parliament has led to the passage of controversial laws under duress, further deepening the country's government crisis. One of the sectors most affected by the alleged influence Benson Manzo noted is the healthcare. He pointed to the social health insurance fund shift, which has been marred by technical failures and frustration as an example of policies being rushed through parliament without thorough scrutiny. The flawed implementation of SHA has left many Kenyans unable to access medical services, triggering widespread criticism from both the public and healthcare providers. Recently, President William Ruto has acknowledged the challenge facing the healthcare system, admitting that his administration has struggled to implement reforms successfully. However, he remains confident that the universal health coverage (UHC) will eventually be realized despite the ongoing difficulties. He attributed the slow progress to the scale of program, assuring Kenya that this government is committed to making it work. Deputy President, on the other part, Professor Kithure Kindiki, also addressed the setbacks concerning, stating that the government is aware of the setbacks and is actively working to resolve them. Meanwhile, the Rural and Urban Private Hospitals Association of Kenya, RUPA, has announced plan to suspend services under the Social Health Authority (SHA), citing ongoing technical and financial challenges. Currently, as we speak, nurses are on the strike, doctors are on the strike on some counties, and the associated has expressed frustrations over prolonged system failure, delay in verification process, and difficulties in tracking claims approval. These issues, according to RUPA, have persistent over a month, severely affecting hospitals' operations. Also, those who are issuing the private health sector providers have also raised concerns over the unpaid debt by government dating back to 2007. Just imagine, you are bringing a financial instability and shortage of essential medical supply to someone who has invested his money to build the hospital, to run it for a private. Yet it took time to include the government support system, but now many hospitals are becoming loan defaulters, while others are struggling to pay even consultants for years.